Tate, Ian Kitani, KTN, Nairobi. Now, the political season is knocking, and so are political leaders rushing to lay strategies with the eyes on the prize. One of the strategies is forming coalitions that will win elections. The coalitions are necessitated by the constitutional requirement of the 50+1 threshold for anyone to be declared winner of the presidential race. The realization of difficulty in garnering the 50+1 vote has forced aspirants to look for the winning numbers. Now, the entry of Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna in the presidential race is refreshing and now expands the net wider for political calculations. Alana Chenda with our story on coalition building.
The country's political configuration makes it almost impossible for distinct parties to go it alone and win a presidential contest. This means players must go out fishing for allies to bolster their numbers. This has been necessitated by the 2010 constitutional requirement of the 50%+1 vote by a presidential contender before being declared the president.
So I don't foresee any team going it alone. And this could be pre-election or post-election, just like we have seen it happen. Because sometimes it may not be a wish to have a post-election arrangement, but sometimes circumstances come which require that then you get into a post-election violence. You saw that with the handshake during Uhuru Kenyatta's time. You have seen that now with the broad-based government, now with the President Uhuru Kenyatta, and then Raila Odinga of ODM. So I think that's becoming part of our political brand.
And that's the tragedy you have in the Kenyan political space. Right from the time we had multi-party politics, every 5 years, we have new political formations with powerful politicians running them. And they keep on confusing Kenyans simply because, essentially in Kenya, we don't have political parties as we know it from a political science definition, or as we know it from the Westminster model. Instead, we have village or regional political parties, most of the time masquerading as national political parties.
The Azimio One Kenya Coalition Party has been on a revival drive and has been courting like-minded parties as it re-engineers itself in readiness for next year's polls. But even as it does so, the question has been the weight and value of new principles, including Peter Munya of PNU, Justin Muturi of DP, and Lenny Kivuti.
To become the president of the Republic of Kenya, you need the 50%+1. So the +1 will come from anybody and everybody. So that is very critical. Then number two, they want to create the bandwagon effect, that every person in Kenya who is not interested in a second-term presidency is actually moving towards Azimio Kenya. So there are many people right now who are seated on the fence, and they want to see the political movement. So for Azimio, for them, the more the merrier. And very soon they're going to create the bandwagon effect, so that for the people who are seated at the fence, they don't know what to do, they're going to join Azimio.
Kenya Kwanza, on the other side, appears to have employed the wait-and-see approach before inking any political deal, save for their engagements with the ODM party. Its former members, however, feel the coalition mistreated smaller parties, hoodwinked them, and even twisted some to fold, and thus whittling down their negotiating power.
Kenya Kwanza, UDA was the bigger brother who actually was mistreating, and I believe it's through the, sorry to say, it's through the big man of the party who sort of felt that because I'm the bigger brother right now, I think I need these other very tiny parties to come in and fold up. But I think they need to have, right from the beginning, from the word go, have an agreement. Don't con people into getting into your party and then into a coalition, and then start telling them to fold up.
So sometimes when you rush into coalitions, you are likely to make mistakes. There are things that maybe need to be checked. We need to be cautious because, again, there are a lot of things, agreements, and that's why you see even just yesterday, the other side already ran into problems when saying one party alluded that the rest should join. You've seen that the reaction has been very fast. So those are now that's going to be the challenge, and that's why it is important to be cautious as you go forward. And that is why I'm saying that we want to be cautious so that we don't rush, because you can make mistakes. Yeah.
And even as the two leading political formations put their houses in order, third forces appear to be giving them a run for their money. Edwin Sifuna's Linda Mwananchi has been on a whirlwind tours in Western Kenya, while Rigathi Gachagua is keen on locking the vote-rich Mount Kenya region.
I love the way Sifuna has actually just, emerged and brought around like an earthquake kind of thing and just shook and everything. And when everything is shook, now it seems Western could be moving towards us, towards the mountain.
But even as the political formations take shape, all stand accused of eventually turning into special purpose vehicles that do not live beyond one political cycle. Alan Ochanda, KTN.
Well, indeed, the political scene